Y'all want another video?
Step by step, the Matty Rants Jamar84 back again for the Mat&Mar Show. I'm giving little share cheese. Shut up, Jamar, you're ruining my song. Oh, back again. I'm dressed like Harry Potter, but I'm giving little share, Father. Yeah, we'll keep it. And I want y'all to know, thanks for joining the show. And I want to say again, thank you. I don't see you making up songs and feeding the babies in the winter and the children. I'm going know with it. You will.
Boom, boom.
Cap. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Matty Rants.
And Jamar84.
And we're here again for another installment of the Mat&Mar Show. This is part 1 of episode 8 for us here. Part 2 will be posted next Saturday. So, in case you're wondering why you see these outfits on for a second time for a second week, that is the reason why. In my Aquaria Trixie material, my impression of Rupaul head.
Whoa, that got real Shanae.
It did really get Shania. A little twain? No, listen. Okay. So, we are going to split this into 2 parts here. We're going to try to keep these videos as long as possible. They may not be an hour like they've been before. We may have just 2 really good 30-minute episodes, but here we go.
That'll still be good.
It'll be good, yes. So continue to send your questions to askmattandmar@gmail.com, and we'll get to them for sure. But there will be a little bit of a hiatus, so if you continue to send it this week and next week, don't worry. After we post the part 2 of this one, the following Saturday, not this Saturday, but the next one coming up, the Saturday after that's going to be probably like a mega palooza episode. Trust and believe, okay? It's going to be a lot of questions we're going to answer. So, first one, we're going to get to... they tell this backstory. Hi guys, my question is, tell us a story. How did you guys meet?
We've answered this literally 500 times.
Do you hang out in real life?
Another 500 times.
And are you going to keep the show going when Matt moves to LA, or will you drag Jamar out in your luggage? Dish. Well, Jamar weighs too much to be put into my luggage, and I'm not paying for the extra fees.
True.
Second of all, do we hang out in real life? Me and Jamar do a game night with a group of friends, like every week. We do this
every week, and we do game night every week.
Yeah, you're here Thursday,
for hours.
And then we're there Friday or Saturday. Yeah,
every week
so
almost.
We hang out in real life. This is not just for this. Sorry to disappoint some people. I'm particularly talking to whoever that person on Twitter is that tried it, girl. Just tried it. Like, see, where'd that come from?
You don't pay attention.
I mean, okay, off topic. Someone thought we were going to come to the Vixen's defense only because they felt that the Vixen was wrong those first 2 times, and they felt, well, because these guys always defend someone who is wrong in their eyes, they're going to defend them again.
See how they're going to defend the Vixen
we go for what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. The Vixen was correct the first time she fought Eureka, and the first time she fought Aquaria. But this time,
no,
Effie's not going to win. All right, so we weren't for it. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That was so wonky, dude. And again, and then didn't even tag me correctly. They tagged someone else. Oh, hilarious! But listen, how did we meet though? We met at Crocker's in Houston, and I was dancing to Beyonce, and Jamar was sitting with a group of friends who were kind of like not like. They looked rude to me, in my opinion.
I don't even remember who I was with.
They weren't black.
They had to.
Do you remember now?
I don't
they
have
weren't.
Anybody. Well, I don't know. I have no idea who that could have been with me.
Child, they were like giving me the death stare, and I was like, bad Bill. Oh, this is Jamar. Hey, and then we just went from there. You now know what I'm talking about.
I really don't remember.
Okay.
I genuinely
don't. They'll tell you when they see this video. So, I hope so. I ain't swung in a minute, girl. But yeah, that's the answer to that. We met at a bar. Jamar hit me up on Facebook, and I totally ignored him because he gave me this weird stalker tease. I was like, girl, I don't know what this is about. He hasn't said nothing about no YouTube, nothing like that. It was just like, hey, what's up? I was like, I don't do that type of stuff. And so he was like, I was going to hit you up on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel too. Oh, really? Okay. When we do RuPaul's Drag Race together, we should do a show. And I was thinking about doing a collab, and bam, there it went.
Once we did it the first time.
It was like, okay, you coming back next week? Sure, girl. All right. And there it is. We hang out in real life. And no, I won't, but we will continue the show via podcast. So we're going to be working on setting that up. So be ready for that. And we'll give all that information once it's done.
All right. Question number 2 is the follow-up from last week. If y'all remember Sugarfoot.
Ooh, honey.
Sugarfoot was the one that came with those receipts. So, she writes, hey, Matty and Mar. First off, thank you guys for answering my question. I listened to what you guys said and went into the situation calmly and y'all know what followed afterward. I can't say that on YouTube. So here's the tea. I calmly sat him down and went, babe, you know I love you, right? He goes, yes. I say, you know you can tell me anything. He says, is there something that you try to tell me? So I let him know I saw all of his Mandingo dominates Twink and Bottom Boy gets destroyed by BBC porn, and he got mad, honey. Before I knew it, he was going, why the tuck you went through my ish? Just yelling and cursing like he done lost his damn mind. But I stayed calm and let him get his anger out. Eventually, he came around and told me everything from how he's been confused with himself since he was 12. I comfort him and let him know that everything's going to be okay. He tells me he's sorry, and I let him know there's nothing to be sorry for, but he says something else he hasn't been all the way truthful with me on. Girl. I ask him what he's talking about, and he says he's been in a whole 1-year relationship with someone he met on Grindr. After that, I lost it. I threw his stuff out and told him to go back to the fool he'd been cheating on me with, and thanks for wasting 3 years of my life. After that was the last time I saw of him until like a few weeks later, he texts me saying how he wants to talk whenever I have the time. And my question is, should I take the offer or just completely forget about him? Also, is there a better way I could have handled the situation?
Is there? Was that a real question?
Yes.
Girl, okay, you didn't have to do all that, but at the same time, I get where you did all that from.
You just reacted from the fact that
you reacted. You didn't respond.
You was with him for 3 years, and one of those 3 years, he was with a whole dude in the pool, sticking all of that going on. So I can understand your frustration.
Girl, so you were right. Oh, how does that feel? Email that to us. That'd be a private conversation. How does that feel to be right about something like that? When you have that feeling about something and you find out it's not paranoia, but it's actually the truth? Ooh, honey, I know you were hot. Now, here's the thing, though.
Should she take that offer?
Should you take the offer? If you can have a conversation without reading him, shading him, going off on him, making a scene in public with him, and you can actually have an adult conversation, go for it if you want to, but that's only if you want to. Don't do something you don't want to do.
I feel like that the only reason he's reaching out to you is because he shared this deep secret with you,
or
and
does he still have stuff at your house?
That could be it too, but or you're the only person he could talk about this with. So who knows? But you know what, girl? I mean, if you want to take it, if you feel like you can be mature about the situation, go ahead and do it. But if not, don't, because.
I'm sorry that happened to you, but wow.
The plot thickens.
No, it didn't just thicken. It ended. It was like Infinity Wars, like abrupt end. Like, oh, so you were right. Yeah, you could have handled it a little bit better. Only do it if you are ready to do it, and you know what I mean by you're ready to do it. Don't just, no.
Go for the history. We have all this history together. No.
Because I can see it now. He's going to say something that's going to trigger you, and you're going to go off, and then you're going to embarrass him and yourself in public. Because you calling someone a fag in public, or you saying something like to the effect of, he's gay, it's a part of shaming. Don't do that. 2, it's embarrassing yourself as well, because that means you can't handle situations in public. You don't need to be that girl, because they will remember your face. And you will never know who's going to be your next employer and where they're at when things like that take place. So be careful with that. So if you're not ready, don't do it. At the same time, yes, you can handle it differently, but girl, I understand. I understand.
She started off all like, you can tell me anything, I love you. I've been in a whole relationship with somebody on Grindr. What?
Girl, you went from the cracker to the vixen real quick, honey. You had your whole edge together, and then you lost all your edges.
She wanted him to be honest, but not that honest.
Ooh, honey. That's a lot. I'm sorry, baby, but good luck to you, honey, and find yourself somebody who
wants your punani and only your punani.
I mean, or if you're okay with them having other people's boots, butts, and punanis, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Have mercy, Jesus. Okay. Ooh, this is a question that everybody has been asking
Y'all
us.
have been driving this question down our throats.
And Jamar's been ready to talk about it, but I've been like, girl,
really
we'll take a moment. We'll take a moment. Okay. Hi, Matthew and Jamar. First off, let me just say how much I love your videos and Drag Race reviews. I have been hooked ever since I discovered Matthew's Dragula review. I can't wait for Dragula Season 3, by the way. I was hesitant in sending this mail because it seems that you guys are avoiding this particular topic.
We are.
Maybe for fear of the backlash as seen by the whole Eureka debacle.
Oh, read us. Get us together.
I cannot, because it's
us.
okay. All
Read us.
right. I'm not even mad at that one. I'm not even mad about it.
All right.
That was
All
good.
right.
That was good. I still got people pressed about it via Twitter.
What?
That person who had just right.
Okay.
Right. They have not yet to live another life. Like, it's like, girl, I've apologized. Got over. People said I shouldn't have, but I still did because I was like, it hurt people's feelings. Like, come on now. Like, I can understand where I did wrong, but where is the fact that you can't pull the knife out? Pull the knife out, sis. Pull it out.
They taking it.
They're trying. You're trying, but you're not going to. But you're trying. I, however, decided to go ahead and write this down in the last minute and send it, as I always love that you would give us, the viewers, your undiluted, truthful opinion. And I'm glad you know. And I did this week on Drag Race, child. Trust and believe.
For those who watched and waited to watch before giving opinion.
My questions for you are as follows. We didn't talk about Eureka on the Runway this week. I just realized that.
Oops. Did I? Oh, that's the. Wait, did she go last? No.
She was like in the middle, but we still didn't talk about her. I'm not editing that video.
Oops.
We will put it in the description, and we liked it.
It was a 2.
Yeah, it was.
But
a 2. It was maybe forgettable. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Ugh. Speaking of Eureka, no. Just my question for you is as follows. Once I saw Eureka's name, I was like, girl, we did not talk about that outfit.
I forgot.
My question for you is as follows. What is your take on the whole Tyra Sanchez situation happening at the moment? Do you think the whole issue of fans calling the FBI and authorities might be a bit too much and racially motivated? Do you guys think that the other parties, such as Miss Input Ho, Miss Cokehead, amongst others, to this whole situation should be held accountable for their roles and actions and things getting to the height that they are now? And she's referring to Tatiana and Vivi O'Hara, and I'm surprised they didn't put something in.
Out which one's which.
Yeah, we know who Cokehead is. Is it fair for the fans to constantly discredit Tyra's win? Yes. Attack her and then cry wolf when she answers them? Yes. The reasons why I ask these questions is because I'm a fan of Tyra, and while I do not condone her recent actions, I do think that she is not being, I do think that she is not being, and has not being, and is not being, that she is not being, and is, well, hold on, you didn't have to do all that, I'm sorry. I'm reading it, and now let me just bring it back. I do think that she's not being treated fairly. That we should just, you were fine with that, honey. I know you were just trying to write it out, but that's okay. But by the disgustingly racist fan base, her fellow queens, and also the people over at World of Wonder. I like to think that little drops of water makes a mighty ocean, and that everyone has contributed their own drops of water, creating this tsunami, and are now afraid of the monster they created, whilst also refusing to accept their role in creating it. Sorry that this had to be so long. It wasn't.
Not really.
But this is something that has been bothering me for quite some time now, and all the discussions I've seen about it have mostly been one-sided, and it hurts me to see this. Queens of color have always been sidelined and not given enough praise. And the moment you bring that up in any Drag Race forum, they'd be like, but we love Latrice, right? Girl, who is preaching in this? As if she was the only fierce black queen to be on the show. Because y'all were reading Latrice before she got on there. Y'all were reading her to death. You said she had no chance. She'd be the first one to go home. How that changed. How that changed, girl.
Talk about she would say boots every week.
I hope this gets to the end by the deadline for the next video. It did. P.S. If y'all ignore this topic, I'll keep sending it like the plague.
Well, we don't want you to do that. So
Lots of love from your biggest fan, all the way from Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Ew.
You know what? My African people, yes, baby. Y'all came in. I have gotten so many questions from you, and I send you much love to the motherland all the way over there, honey, okay? Now on to this question. And I'm going to start with the first one. Do you think the whole issue of fans calling the FBI and the authorities might be a bit too much and racially motivated? Here's the thing.
No. If
she made it, when she made a threat that way to a public forum in a public place where a lot of people, thousands of people are going to be going to, like DragCon, that's a big deal. Now, I don't condone what she did either, because Jamar will tell you, I was like, what's wrong with this girl? And I like Tyra Sanchez. She's one of my favorite winners, and she deserved, and that's going to answer another question, she deserved her win. I don't like when people discredit her for that win. She did deserve it. Raven was in the bottom so many times. All the girls were in the bottom so many times coming up there. Like, there was no clear winner but Tyra Sanchez.
Even if you take the bottom part, that lip sync, Tyra won it.
It shouldn't be based on who you like. It should be based on who deserves the crown, based on their track record, performance, history, and everything else. Sorry to tell you.
And that's season 2.
Monique went home. I was rooting for her, but girl, the track record spoke. She was safe the entire competition. And then it got to a point to where it was just, you couldn't hide anymore. That lip sync took place. You didn't know the words. Your wig fell off. You're gone.
That's just the way the game is played.
Facts are facts. So you can't discredit her for that. I think it is racially motivated and disgusting that people do discredit her for that, because it's a lot of underlining racism that people use for girls like Tyra Sanchez and other black queens on the show. They still come for Bob. Bob's popular, and they still come for Bob the drag queen.
They say Kimchi should have won.
No, she shouldn't have. No, she shouldn't
Bob
have.
won like 4 challenges.
Yes. Like, Kimchi was amazing to look at, but other than that, it was like, we need to know if this girl can walk down a flight of stairs. Like, there's more to go. There's more to do. There's more things to see. So you can't just do all of that. But yes, I do think I understand why they did it. Some of them may have been racially motivated, but most of them, and the majority, I understand, were probably for the protection and safety of others.
Yeah, because you don't want to take that. Her website has a countdown.
That's very strange. That's very strange.
We don't want to risk, no.
I would find that to be, no, I wouldn't let that roll. Like, that's like, girl, what is that about? Next thing. Okay, do you think the whole issue, do you think the other parties such as Tatiana and, let's just put it out there. Tatiana, Jiggly Caliente, because you've missed that one because she had a lot to say too for some reason. Got your teeth fixed and now you got a lot to say. Okay, girl. I almost said something really nasty and rude. I'm so glad. Bring it in.
Still working.
I will tell you after we get off this camera, and you are going to cackle for life.
Okay, please remember.
I am never going to forget what I just thought in my mouth. I will never forget it. It was so mean. Girl, it was so mean. Okay, Tatiana, Jiggly Caliente, and Fifi O'Hara, do you think they should be held responsible for their actions and things getting to the height that they are now? Here's the thing, though.
This is Tyra's doing.
We can only be responsible for how we respond to certain things. Now, had Tyra not responded to a lot of the stuff that the girls were saying, it would have just been them being malicious and mean. Not saying that what they did was right, because it wasn't. And they're very antagonistic. Those three in particular are very antagonistic. Okay, not Jiggly as much. I think Jiggly was just coming to Fifi's defense for some reason.
They're good Judies. But Fifi and Tyra are just...
They don't get along. Tatiana and Tyra don't get along. Most of the girls do not get along with Tyra. It's a given fact, okay? But I do think they should be held responsible for at least being people to antagonize a situation. What Tatiana did was not cool. I didn't think that was like, she was coming for her job.
I was like, it's a job.
Her having a job, it was a bad thing that she worked in the Amazon shipping department. I'm confused.
So that means all those fans that y'all work at Amazon, Tatiana looks down on you?
Not even just that with Amazon. Think of those people working at Walmart who do shipping. And everybody else that does shipping and all that for any kind of company.
Check.
That was like
trying to get
bogus for her to say that. Like, girl, really? Like, that's not a read. Like, come on now.
Somebody can look at you like this is a cross.
Everyone forgot who you were, sis, up until All Stars 2. So I know you're not trying to come for anybody.
I mean, we remembered a little bit, but
she needs to make better choices. How about that?
Thank you.
And Fifi, I thought you were gonna retire from drag. What happened, sis?
Did she say that?
Yes, she did.
Huh. Well,
and look what happened. She knows where her money's coming
from.
Right. She knows where her money's coming in from. It's not from that album selling, girl.
No, ma'am.
Still should have gone home first on All Stars 2. Anywho. We've already answered the whole...
I forgot about... Woo!
I mean, we heard her singing in season 4. Give us a 12! Give us a 12! Did we not? Come on.
We'll talk about the worst
Come on.
games.
See, I told you it was season 4. It was pretty horrible. Oh my God. We talked about the whole Tyra winning and the girls discrediting them. So yeah, here's the thing though.
Tyra messed up when she started threatening people. That's really where this boils down to. She could say whatever she wants to. They've been doing that for years, blah, blah, blah. But once she started threatening
when I
people,
see you at Drag Race, I'm going to beat you on site type of stuff, blah, blah, blah. I was like, girl, you didn't have to say all that. And for one, bitches who I know who would fight somebody in the street like that are not going to bump gums on no Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Real people like that are going to get you when they see you. Not even say anything. You'll think you're safe. And you walk up and it's BAM! Love and Hip Hop, next episode type of stuff. I'm just saying. But yeah, I like Tyra. But Tyra needs to take a break from social media, in my opinion. I think that some of the stuff that she's been saying is very problematic. I don't think that she is fully to blame for certain things, but yet that's her mouth that is being used. Those are her thoughts and her words. So I can't, that's what she's saying, and it's not right. But she should choose her words wisely and just not respond half the time.
What her end game is with this. I just don't understand where she's trying to go with this, but
I don't see the followers bumping up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see that. So I'm like, what is she doing? What's going on here? Yeah, so good luck to you, Tyra. I hope you just take a break, baby, personally. I just hope you take a break. I just want you to take a break. I really do. Like, not from drag, just 90 days off of social media.
Doing a vacation.
Yes.
Where there's no cell phone.
Get your mind together, girl, because you're spitting venom. And that's from someone who's been poisoned by a bitter dart from Fifi O'Hara and Tatiana. And I understand that that's what they did to you, girl, to get you to go there, but you didn't have to go there.
Because now you're getting everybody else involved.
You could have read them out.
People who are innocent,
you
just trying to go to the convention and have a good time, are now in threat or in danger for y'all beef. No.
You got little children probably thinking that it's unsafe to go to something that they want to go to because you're mad at these two people who don't mean burnt toast to you.
Get it together, girl.
We love you, Tyra.
Good God,
we
get
love
a grip,
you.
girl.
We love you, Tyra. The 5 G's.
Okay.
Good God, girl. Get a grip.
All right, this next one is called Cheating Best Friend. Hi, Matt. Hi, Jamar. I'm back again with a question.
Okay, Alyssa.
For months now, I see my best friend change, always looking at his phone, acting weird, canceling our daily CrossFit classes, appointments. I knew something was wrong, so I asked, what's up with you? Nothing, he said.
Come on, CrossFit. Y'all must have bodies.
All right. Fast forward last week, I picked him up from a lunch date. He looked horrible, looked like he's been crying, so I asked, what's wrong? He confessed he's been in a relationship with some other woman for over a year now. Not a tuck buddy, but he's in love.
Ooh, straight friend.
He confided in me and told me his marriage is loveless and sexless for years and a farce, and asked me for advice. Should he stay for the kids or leave and start over with his new love?
Oh, dear God.
Am I the right person to say leave and start again and choose love?
Oh, let me see.
And what if the new love doesn't last and they split up?
Oh, my
then
God.
What? Can he hold that against me? I think he would, but you never know, right? Breakups do strange things to people. I can't lose him. He's my oldest and best friend. We've been to hell and back together. He's my best man, for crying out loud. any advice.
You're going to have to turn that back around on him because it's not up to you to tell him what to do.
I am not involved.
That shouldn't be any bit of, girl, that's deep.
The only thing you can tell him is, okay, look. Look, girl. If you are in...
Are you unhappy?
What
is it that's making you unhappy? Have you tried to fix the situation? Have y'all gone to therapy? Have y'all done things of that nature? That's where my questions would be. And then if he's like, yes, we've done, yes, we did, yes, and that, then why are you asking me what you should do? Like, that's your decision. That's his decision, babe, not yours. I'm sorry. That's his decision.
What does the new love have that the current wife does not?
Yes. Do y'all know about the 80-20 rule?
Okay. And if you can answer that question, and you will have to know that you have kids involved. This divorce is going to affect them. We don't know their ages. But as long as you can say...
it's going to affect the children.
That, okay, your mom and I are unhappy. We're going to live in 2 separate homes. I'm going to be living with this person. She may be living with this person. You come visit us. Do all that, then you're good to go.
But that's up to him, not you. Yeah, that's not you.
You just advise him to consider the options.
No.
And the consequences that come with it and make the best educated choice.
If a friend of mine asked me that same thing, I'd be like,
I don't want to.
That's on you, babe. I'm sorry. How do you feel? No, bad. Okay, well, you got to make the decision for you. But if you haven't tried to do anything, I would really question where your motivation is coming from with you wanting to end this. And you're already sleeping around with some other person.
A year?
So,
for over a year.
So tell your wife that and see what she says. If she wants to still be in a relationship.
She'll probably be getting her something.
But no, not even. Forget that, Jamar. No. How is she going to feel when she finds out that you've been sleeping around? Because then it'll be her decision to make. Hello? Ring, 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 ring.
And it's like you said, like, even if you do leave your wife for this new person, what if it don't work out?
And you'll be single. Single again. Back on the brown. Thought it was worth it. I don't know how. You're going to be the Diamond Princess, all right. You have Kai making fun of your puss-puss, but, there it is. Of all people making fun of people.
I'm about to say Bakaya.
With that Black & Decker grill going on up there, honey. On sale. Okay, but yes. You're going to have to let that be your friend's decision and not yours, babe. I'm sorry. The next one, lost and troubled. One of the dogs is outside the door right now, probably like, why?
Oh, yeah. Because they sat up against it and made it.
Hi, Matt and Jamar. I want to start off by saying I love y'all so much, and y'all just brighten up my day whenever I watch your videos. Much love to the both of you. Now on to my question. I'm going to start off by giving you guys a little insight into my current situation.
Okay.
This normally means a long story.
Yeah.
I'm 18, and I'm about to graduate high school in June. All right. Almost there. You're almost there. And I just found a new job being a crew member at Sonic. So if 2 + 2 = 4, I should be pretty happy and excited, right? Come on, crew at Sonic. I want my good Route 44 strawberry limeade with a splash of blue coconut and a tip of pineapple, baby.
They can customize it like that?
Yeah.
I don't ever get their slushies because I don't really like slushies.
I said a limeade. I didn't say a slushie.
What are they? Is this a drink?
A limeade is like a soda. It's almost like, think of like Sprite, but it's like lime soda.
Okay.
Okay.
I hate you.
Jesus. Okay, well, that's not really the case. Of course, I'm excited to be done with school, but the thought of being in college and everything that comes with being an adult has thrown me into such a bad depression that sometimes while driving, I wonder if I just run my car off the road and crash, this could all be over. But I love my family way too much to do that, so I don't think I would ever act on those thoughts. But the fact that those thoughts are even there is not a good thing, and I know that. Okay, honey, I've been there, so I'll get to my... We'll talk in a second, girl. I've been there before. I currently go to therapy and have to drive all the way from Longview to Shreveport. Every 2 weeks.
Is a distance.
If you are from Texas and if you are from Louisiana and you know about Longview, Texas, and you know about Shreveport, Louisiana,
that is a distance.
You driving too far for therapy, babe. Okay.
Every 2 weeks, you gas? Oh,
golly. And the sessions have been helping, but I just can't shake this feeling of dread I get when it comes to being an adult. All adulthood sounds like is a bunch of tucking work. Everyone's using tucking, great. And stress with no time to actually live. And my main goal in life, you're 18. Shut up. Okay. Pull me back. Bring it in.
Let him live.
Bring it in.
Let him live.
Bring it in. Well, you haven't even started life yet, talking about this adulthood stressing you out, Miss Thing. My goal in life is just to be happy and live a good life. This could just be me overthinking, but I just don't know what to think anymore. Any advice will help, whether it be harsh or not. Thank you guys so much for taking out the time in your busy days to read my questions. Much love to the both of you. And P.S. if you guys have ever watched the anime Fairy Tail, what are your opinions on it? And if you've ever watched it, are you excited for the final season coming out in the fall? To answer the Fairy Tail question first, I watch Fairy Tail. Jamar is not a TV representative by any means necessary. He just somehow falls into stuff. I just got into My Hero Academia.
I just fall into stuff.
But I haven't been watching Fairy Tail for the last 2 seasons, so I have to catch up because honestly, it takes forever to get to certain points with that show, and I can't stand the bagpipes. I just get really annoyed by it. But yes, I will be watching. Now that there's a final season, I have a way to just binge it all the way through. But yeah, I'm a fan of Fairy Tail every now and then, but it gets annoying after a little while. So now on to you, my little young man. My young, poor young baby, young man, young child. God, let me tell you something. You're 18, sis.
Your life is not even begun.
I don't know what's happened to you before you got to 18, before you got to this, I'm about to graduate in June, which is literally next month, so congratulations.
You're almost there.
You're almost there.
You owe it to yourself.
When I tell you, you're about to leave one lane of the freeway and you're about to jump into another one. And it's going to be much faster. And you're going to have responsibilities. And yes, all those things take place. You're going to have bills. You're going to have to work to make sure that you're living and that you have a life. And all that is going to come together. But guess what, girl? That's the fun of it all.
It's the stepping stone. Like middle school prepared you for high school. High school prepares you for college. College prepares you for the adult world. It's all, how we learn and build on ourselves.
And girl, I have honestly, get back to that question. I totally dropped the thing. Oh, I'm 31. Okay, shock and awe. I know everybody. I'm still learning stuff. I have fallen so many times, it's not even funny. But guess what? I get up knowing that after I've fallen, I can still get up. That no matter what happens, no matter how many times I don't get it right, I can still get it right.
And you get wisdom.
It's going to happen because you are going to make decisions that are not for you, and then you'll realize it later and be like, what was I doing? You're going to meet people that are not going to be for you, who are going to not be, they're not going to be helpful in your life, and guess what? You'll be better for it because they'll help you know what you really want out of people in your life. You're going to go through so many things that shouldn't cause you to want to drive your car off the freeway because I've been there. I've been driving before, 3 o'clock in the morning, crying my eyes out, having my hands on the wheel just like this, thinking to myself, I could just turn the car this way any moment, at any time I want to. But then what would I be leaving behind? What would I have missed? What Beyonce album would not come? Like I'm thinking of several things. You need to start focusing on all the positives that you have. And there's a lot that you may not think about, but girl, you got positive things.
There's so many great... you're thinking about all the stressful things that come with adulthood, but there are so many great things
that
come with being an adult.
Girl, imagine you not having to answer to nobody no more.
You can leave your house whenever you want to. You
Come
can bring
back
whomever,
with trade,
whomever
this thing.
you want
You
to,
could do a
for
lot.
level. You can cook whatever you want to eat for breakfast. If you want to eat ice cream sandwiches every day, guess what? If you make that money, you can.
You build your own narrative for your life. You no longer have to have anybody tell you what to do. You are now the controller of your own destiny, baby, and it's up to you. But don't let your destiny be that of woe. Okay? You're 18.
You have the whole...
Girl, I wish I could go back 13 years. Ooh! So many different decisions I would have made. But then again, you wouldn't have
But then you wouldn't have the wisdom.
Exactly. And that's the point that we're making here. You're going to go through some stuff, but that's just going to make you who you are.
My 18-year-old self.
Oh my God. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Knew nothing.
You couldn't tell me nothing. I was
so
walking,
mad.
I was strutting, I was
knew it.
Oh, I was it.
I didn't know
it. I had people messing me over on a daily basis.
But you know what?
In my face.
But from being in that position, I get to where I am now, where I know better.
Mm-hmm.
Experience is the best teacher.
Oh, yes.
So you have to experience these things. It's going to suck sometimes.
but that's
you
life.
gotta get through it.
That's life. And you'll be fine, sweetheart. You will be just fine. But you're going to have to tell yourself to be just fine. If you need to save this little clip for yourself and just replay this over and over again, do that.
You will make it.
You will be fine.
All right.
Oh, you will be just fine. Just know that this is the start, and start paying attention and learn the things that you love. Learn them, live them, breathe them, okay? And also accept when you're wrong. That's a big one. Accept when you're wrong. Don't lose it because you're wrong. Just accept it and go, okay, we're going to do this differently the next day. It'll save your life. And my favorite thing that people have taken, when you find yourself going out of bounds, bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Is that our proportionizing?
No, because mine actually is a great slogan, and that right there is some foolishness. So, bring it in. Bring it in, all right?
Okay.
Next question.
We love you, baby. Next question is titled Horny and Confused. Girl.
18.
Hi, Matt and Jamar. I recently started watching you guys' channel, and I absolutely love you too and your content. Thank you, baby. My question is short, but the backstory behind it is long, so sorry in advance. Ever since I've hit puberty, I've been on an extremely horny person. I've thought about sex all the time and couldn't wait to lose my virginity. When I turned 20, I decided that I didn't really care who I lost it to, so as long as I felt comfortable with them. Well, at least you had that. You know, at least you had that. Last year, I lost my virginity on my birthday to a guy I met online.
Was he cute? Now I have to ask these questions because you said you didn't care who, girl.
I mean, comfortable.
And it gives me like truck driver on like the side of the road type of tease, like that girl. My phone don't have a charge. You gotta charge. Like,
I would assume if you're comfortable with him, you're cute. That's what I'm gonna go with. We had a really amazing connection, and that's good. He made me feel way more comfortable than any other guy I met before. At the time, I wasn't ready for a relationship, but he was. After I lost my virginity, though, he caught feelings and was ready to only be committed to him.
Did he break your virginity?
Yeah.
That's what it says?
Mm-hmm.
You met guys before, but you didn't have sex with them, but this was the one.
I guess he just had
a
connection
I'm
with.
just making sure I clearly understand what's going on here.
For a few months, he was the only guy I was talking to, entertaining, and having sex with. But around month 3, he got very distant. Anytime I tried to talk to him about it, he acted like nothing was wrong or he didn't care. I decided to take a step back and didn't contact him. Instead, I went out and did me. I started having casual sex with a few guys and kept it just as a physical relationship. This went on for a few months until me and my first reconnected. We talked through a lot of our issues, and I just included him in the roster of guys that I was having sex with. As of January of this year, my roster was at 3. I got used to having sex at least once a week, which I had never had before. I got different things out of each guy I had sex with, but I loved having sex and spending time with my first the most. We know each other extremely well, and he feels like one of my best friends. I have been going to see counselors/therapists for a few years, and as of late, both of my counselors and my mom think that I should stop having sex with the other guys and only focus on my first, since I care about him the most. My first never asked me to do that, but when I told him I was thinking about only having sex with him, he liked the idea, of course. I've since cut off one of my guys and have told the other gentleman about me and my first. He said he was fine with it, but to hit him up if I ever needed a side nigga. Men. Me and my first are not together, but we both have a ton of love for each other. I've even told him I loved him a while ago, and though he didn't say the words back, he told me he really did care about me, and I was happy that I told him.
How long did he know that man to say I love you?
3 months.
And you're 18. Okay, continue.
Well, no, she's 20. This one's 20.
Well, it's
I don't know if that
doesn't help. Keep it continue.
I guess my question is, should I take a leap and commit to him even though we're not together and he's making no moves for us to be together, or should I keep one of my roster around my first if my first decides to lose interest again?
Let's start here. Don't you call it a roster no more, because they're going. Girl, congrats. But at the same time, I hope you're being careful. I hope you're on prep. I hope you're doing whatever you need to take to keep yourself safe. I'm going to say this. This is not from a judgmental place here. Don't ever say roster again. Okay? It's not
As
cute.
a woman,
it's
it
not
doesn't
cute.
come across very well.
That's a woman having this conversation with us, or is this a gay man?
I thought she said she was a woman. Well,
either way, men or women, it's not cute.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
I feel like this is a young man.
They could, yeah, they really didn't specify. So let's just
either way,
it really doesn't matter.
Either way, it doesn't. Male or female, no, don't say roster. Don't say roster.
It insinuates promiscuity.
That you're a slut, and you and I know you're not. You're probably just sexually free, which is fine too. I have a lot of friends who are very much that way. Have a lot of sexual freedoms, but don't say roster, and don't say that to the wrong people, because they're going to use it against you 20 years old.
She has
18-year-old
to
our 18-year-old who had that question before, listen to this conversation right here, okay? Don't. You know you got your batting field. Okay, trust and believe. I've been there before too, baby, where I've talked to 3 people at the same time. I understand, but don't use that.
If you told him that I love you and he says, "Oh, that's great. I care a lot about you as well."
Girl, that is rough.
Red flag, neon light shooting
First
from
of
my
all,
tits.
you should never have said that after only 3 months of knowing this man. That is dumb. And I'm just going to be real about it. That is stupid. 3 months?
You don't know nobody in 3 months to love
Man,
them.
you know those 90-day fiancés and all that type of stuff where those people meet each other at first sight?
You're infatuated.
You're infatuated.
But I don't feel like you know enough about them to say that I love you.
No, nothing.
You don't know who they are
You never
yet.
live with the man.
Representative.
You never gone nowhere with that person for more than 3 days. Like, you don't know them to say I love them.
You've been having sex with them.
The intimacy is there, but what about the mental intimacy? What about, are you mentally satisfied? Doesn't seem like it.
And even if you are, it doesn't look like he is. And
first of all, let's get back to this roster, because I'm about to let it go. I'm not going to continue saying you shouldn't say that, even though I don't think you should. But girl, you need to continue to have somebody on the line.
Okay, plan A, B, C.
That is 3 months of you knowing somebody. I wouldn't say A, B, and C. I'd say have a B. You know what I mean? Maybe a possible C in the background that you just speak to until you figure out what's going on. But you've barely known this man, and he don't even say I love you back, girl. Boo. No. No. You're still young too. You have a lot of room.
There's a lot of more people that you can meet that you don't have to deal with somebody who don't really care about you. There's so many more people you can meet.
I've had someone do that to me where I said I love you, and they were like, "Thank you," and I lost it.
Is
I
so
lost
crushing.
it. That person said thank you. I said,
or even worse, like, that's what's up.
I just smiled. Oh, I had that before too. I've smiled and I had to get up what I was doing and just walk away. And they were like, what is going on? I didn't even say anything. I just got in the car and I just drove and I blocked them on every social media, every phone number.
But you know what? Okay, switch the gears. If you didn't love that person and that person told you I love you, how do you respond?
Oh, how would I respond if they told me I love them?
And you didn't love them back?
We'd have to have a talk. I'd be like, okay, we need to have a serious conversation, because that word is so strong and you're pushing it with so much strength behind it that you love me, but I feel like you don't know me enough to say that you love me. We haven't done enough to say that you love me. You haven't met my parents. You haven't met my family. You don't know everything about me. You never lived with me before. I can be hell on earth. Like, I really like you a lot and I care about you, but I'm not ready to say I love you just yet. I don't want the relationship for us to end. I want it to continue. But after you saying I love you, it's going to be hard, because now I feel like I'm going to have, you're going to be dealing with expectations on me, and I'm going to have a feeling about you because you said you loved me. That's rough. Good luck. I'm just going to say good luck to you. Be careful, baby, with what you're doing with your sexual life.
As long as you're educated and,
I have there's nothing wrong with what you're doing as long as you're safe. But be careful with these fools out here. Be careful. And I can't believe you said I love. I'm sorry you did that, girl. I'm sorry they didn't say it back. on top of it.
But you know what? You're 20. I think I probably said something like that before when I was 20. So this is your learning experience.
Many of times.
This is your learning experience.
I thought I was gonna be married to this one guy, child. And I saw him with some other dude the other day, girl. And I was like, ah, yeah, trust and believe. And always, I like to tell people, don't think I don't know when you texted somebody else in front of me. That's one of my favorite things. Like I can tell. You wanna know how I can tell? Because the moment I walk up, you whoop right out the message. Like, oh, so why couldn't you just keep that up? Afraid I could read with these contacts? No.
Or they at the date and they got to keep their phone down, face down.
If the phone is face down, something's not right. Something ain't right. Leave that phone.
They don't
face
want.
up.
I want to see the light. I want to see the notification pop up.
At what time?
Okay, and don't put it on vibrate either. I want to see all them lists. Go ahead.
Next question. Should I stop dating? Hey, Matt and Jamar. I've been watching you guys since All Stars 3, and it's really helped me out a lot. This question will be a little out of your comfort zone, but I hope you can still give me advice. First off, I'm a pre-operative trans guy who's sexually attracted to men. However, I've been upset with my body ever since starting female puberty. Therefore, sex for me is a big no. I tried having sex in high school, but in the end, I couldn't do it anymore because it felt physically ill. When I got out of high school, I started dating specifically gay men more frequently and was very honest about my gender identity and sexuality. At first, they always seem fine with it. As time passes, they become sexually aggressive and or say bigoted comments about my body and gender, such as they wouldn't want to sleep with me always because it would be a chore, and that to be called a man instead of a woman wanting to be a man, I would need to have several surgeries despite them knowing that I'm on military insurance and that I'm not financially privileged enough to even afford one. At this point, it's a repeating pattern and my self-esteem is not great. With all this, my question is, should I simply take a break from dating or should I just stop altogether? I want your guys' advice as I feel no one around me would understand as they are all straight and non-trans.
Ooh.
So I was educated today, as me and Jamar were when we were talking about this, because here's the thing, and not to show my ignorance here, but more so my inquisitive nature with things, because I'm always questioning stuff and trying to figure things out. I was unaware of a trans man with another man kind of relationship, and that just sounded so intriguing to me.
Once I found that out them years back, it blew my mind. I was like, I did not know.
I said, oh, so this is what the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing is with the whole I still am attracted to women. I just feel like I am a woman. But I'm not, but she doesn't consider herself a lesbian.
She doesn't?
No.
Huh. That's what I would wonder. Like, so if you identify as a female and you are sexually attracted to females, that is the definition.
But no, but that's the thing though. Like, is it the definition though?
I don't look.
It's like you can't even put a definition on things anymore because there are so many different interpretations of what it is.
This pushes the agenda that sexuality and gender are two totally different
things. I want to first off thank you for being so comfortable to ask us this question here, honey, baby. My boy, all right? I got you. See, I ain't gonna do no sis with you, babe, because you my boy. I wouldn't stop altogether. I don't think that's the solution for you. I think that's a cop-out, personally.
Absolutely not.
Love is there for you. Love exists. Love is not extinct. And you will find the right guy who wants to be with you, dude.
Because what was that trans man that we said that we both would have?
Laith Ashley.
He is fine. Okay, and let me tell you, there are plenty of gay men who will jump your bones. Believe it, because we see him all the time.
Laith is so far.
So, now, mind you, your situation may require you to have more patience with finding somebody and then also explaining your situation of being a trans man attracted to men. So you have to give them the chance to understand what that means, because we didn't know.
But, I mean, that's what you're going to have to do, just like with anybody dealing with any relationship. You're going to have to explain something at one point in time about you that is going to be important for your partner or someone who you're interested in to then recognize who you are. And that is where the love is going to come from. So, in my opinion, don't give up.
Never.
But I would definitely start vetting people seriously and start to really understand. You're going to deal with a lot of no's. You're going to deal with a lot of, oh, I can't, and this
just
and
people
that.
who don't understand.
And those who are going to fetishize you because of who you are. But you will get to that light. You will have your moment. It will be there for you. I don't even know you, and I can see it happening for you, babe. Trust me.
I've seen it happen. I've seen a trans man and a trans woman be together. Boom.
Actually, that was on a Facebook video I saw of that, and the guy. Why am I saying it that way? That's so. Yeah. Well, no, the guy. Yeah, the guy. God, you would. I had to blink a couple of times. I was like, no.
Baby.
Then the girl, I was like, well, good golly, Miss Molly. So, do what works for you, babe. But yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Please don't give up. You don't
never.
All right. Thanks for part 1 of this episode, this long episode for part 1.
Well, we said we was going to try to extend it.
We're going to have to go ahead and close this out, and we will see you next Saturday with the same clothes on.
Okay, don't read. It's going to be the same.
Don't forget to still submit your questions, girl. You're going to have a 2-week interval before they get answered, but you still need to send them. Ask Mat&Mar at gmail.com. You know where to go. You know where the social media links are. Share these videos with your friends. Share them with everybody next to a kin. Oh, I ain't gonna take it from Alex. That's Alex's thing. Tell a hoe, tell a friend, tell a kid. Yes. Oh, my goodness, I love it. But hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. We'll see you next time.